I had started this live and then now I've had to start it again. Wow. So let me just get a minute and see if we're actually live right here for you now. On my side, it looks like we're live, but I know what's going on. But the last live apparently got cut short, cut off. Okay. I still got all the cards out that I pulled. All right, cool. Looks like we're good. Put this over here. So there's clearly something important in this message, because I was all in the flow and then the phone went off and it's like, yeah, your live got cut short. So it's like, yeah, just keep the same cards. So you have been alone. You're used to being alone. What you're not used to is being around a lot of people anymore. And the reason why that is because you had a lot of unhealthy energies in your experience. You had a lot of dealings with abusive, toxic people, broke mentality, people who are always sick. Okay, maybe you was always sick. Maybe you were always broke. Maybe you were always abusive, always angry, lacking spirituality. And so as there's been this, in this alone time, this confronting of what was, the addressing the things from the past, now you're materializing things in your life. You've been alone in order to create a new energy for yourself. You have to go alone in order to see what you need to see about yourself, right? And to create a new energy. Because if you stick around the same circle of people and experiences when you're trying to make change in your life, like they're resonant towards that same vibration. So even if some people that you back off from or remove your presence from for a period, emergency vehicles coming by. It's an emergency. It's an emergency to remove yourselves from somebody. Like, this didn't happen in the first live, so clearly, okay. But why? Because there was something unhealthy there. It's like, because that happened, so now this reading is coming out different. Saying, you know, if you weren't removed from a situation, if you didn't remove yourself from a situation, it was going to get so unhealthy, right? Emergency services were dispatched to remove you from the situation, and life pushed you forward. It's like something couldn't go as far as you thought it would. And some of you, this was being so alone, holding on to those old lack and limitation mentalities, poverty mentalities, stuff like that. Couldn't hold on to it. Yeah. Somebody here, it's like you realize that your job, your career, your education could only take you so far. You realize that lifestyle could only take you so far. Somebody felt trapped in their job. Somebody felt trapped in their job. They're ready for something new. They're feeling good about where they're at now. Yeah, somebody here, you're realizing like this opportunity that I have now feels so much better than where I have been. So somebody's in the process right now of making that change. Somebody here is in the process of making a connection. You've been by yourself. You've addressed all your childhood wounding. You addressed all these relationship issues that lingered from the past. Now you're expecting good things. And why? Because you removed your personal mental stuckness. Your personal mental, you had to have a perspective shift. One that went from imprisoned to freedom. Whether that was about money, health, people, job opportunities, or romance, right? You had to shift a perspective and have a realization, and then that help you change your physical reality. It's like once you realize, once you manifested it, got a clear idea of what you prefer in your mind, then you can materialize it, turn it into physical matter, make it happen, make it real. Yeah. And so it's like you have been hard at work and you got to take it in to put it out. So something you've been taking in, it's time to put it out. Let's see some more. What else can you show me about this? Unexpected income with the Queen of Pentacles. Anywhere where people were have been taking advantage of you in relationships or financially, because remember I said you had overextended yourself. You gave too much. You overshared. You overshared your time, your love, your resources, your whatever it was, different for all of you, right? But you overshared in some way. And now you're like, I can still share. I just know I can't share over there. Okay, I know who I can't share with. For somebody here, you know who you can't share with. You're right. But here's the thing. Now good things are happening as you're materializing the right connections, the right experiences, the ones that you prefer. You're materializing, making it real, making it physically happen in your physical reality, the things that you prefer. And so your brain is like having this, hold on, is this too good to be true moments? Thinking, this is really feeling really awesome. I'm not used to that. So it's important that if your comfort zone is very unhealthy, if your comfort zone has been extremely toxic, if your comfort zone has been abusive, unhealthy, lacking limitation, restricting, binding, feeling stuck, if your comfort zone feels like broke, if your comfort zone felt like sick, if your comfort zone felt like in need, if your comfort zone felt like being abusive equals love. If you don't fight with me, you don't love me. If you don't hit me, you don't love me. If your comfort zone dealt with all that, or even yet, if your comfort zone dealt with, well, everybody cheats, so it's okay. If your comfort zone felt like, well, I think that I'm a better person than the way I'm being treated, but this is the way I've always been treated, then you want to realize that your comfort zone is unhealthy as fuck and you need to get out of there. And that's what I see has happened. And we gave all those examples because, you all individuals, but this energy is real. This energy is collective. This energy is yours in some form or fashion. This is why we always encourage you, bring your intuition to the party, because your own intuition is cluing you into the very specific personal details of how this energy is playing out in your life. You're brought here for a reason. And so when you realize that you are on a path and you were repeating a process that was returning to you something that was unwelcome, something that was not what you wanted, you find, okay, I guess I got to stop doing that. I guess I gotta stop doing that. I just see somebody, every time they go up to the faucet and they only put on the hot water, and then next thing you know, every time they're trying to wash their hands, it's scalding, burning their hands every time. And then oh wow, there's another nozzle. Let me use the other faucet handle and see what happens if I turn that one. And now you have warm water, cold water. You know what I'm saying? You got options in this. So somebody here kept doing the same thing, and it will burn them. It will hurt. They were burning themselves. They were hurting themselves and doing this. Finally, they put it together. Like, look what's available to me, okay? And they're not doing that anymore. Now they're doing something different. And so here you have, as you've moved out of the old state of being, the old conscious awareness, and you come into a new conscious awareness. Oh, thank you. They said, first off, there's a battle that happens inside of your soul, inside of your mind, inside of your heart. That battle is between who you've become with this new level of awareness. They say you know better, you do better, but only, the doing better is tough at first, because the brain and your physical body even is used to what you've always done, right? Making yourself crazy, yeah. And now that you're ready for doing something different, it's a challenge in the beginning, but it's showing up. You're actually doing it anyways. And as you're doing it, you're seeing things get better. You're seeing an improvement in your health. You're seeing people that are interesting come into your life, interesting in a positive and upbuilding way. You're seeing that the experiences you're having while you're at work, while you're out in the town doing whatever you do, that these experiences are more encouraging, more upbuilding. Things are happening, I'm hearing, smoother. It's like there's less kinks in the program. It's like there's less hangups in the process now because of this change you made. Because of this change you made. And was it that everywhere where I've given, somebody here, because I just heard a song from Snow the Proxy, because you're a fucking waste of time. Nothing is a waste of time. Get that old programming out of your mind, because it's, even if it's showing you what you don't want to see, it's still showing you. It's providing you feedback data. What are you going to do with the feedback data? Well, when your feedback data says to you, I don't like what's happening here, then you have the opportunity to switch what you're putting into the machine, to change up what you're feeding into the energy to return and regurgitate itself back to you. Okay, so I have a relationship showing up for somebody, and this relationship feels really good. They seem so transparent, and that's a little bit triggering. Why? Because you're used to people being sneaky and lying, cheating, hiding stuff. If this person thinks that there's something that could even later upset you, they don't even want to go down that journey. So they're just transparent from the jump, from the beginning, not from a month later, not from 2 months later, not from 6 months later, you're not going to find out 6 years later. You're going to find out immediately. And it's a little bit alarming because it's moving very quick. Now, somebody else, you felt like you just wasn't making no progress financially. Well, all of a sudden, financial progress is showing up because you're putting your spiritual energy with your active energy. So the things you do matching the things on your soul, in your body, in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit, your emotions, your thoughts, it's all aligned in the same direction. So you're not waking up worrying about being broke. You're waking up worrying about, wow, what am I going to do with all this extra? You know, your worries are looking different. Your worries are looking a lot more pleasant than they used to. Worries used to look like real stress before, but they don't no more. Okay. Somebody here, you used to think that you just wasn't nothing. You thought you'd never get anywhere. You thought you'd never become nothing on some level. You used to give all these ugly ass thoughts to yourself, and something happened in you as you confronted your past. You start to realize, well, I've accomplished this. I did that. I did that. And you know what? All them people that's talking trash, talking about I never did nothing, none of them did what I did. Okay, and so you realize that. Once you realize that, you start feeding yourself a whole nother program. Instead of telling yourself what you can't do and what you didn't do yet. Okay, you're telling yourself, well, look at what I have done. And if I did that, then guess what else I'm going to do? Well, we're going to all find out together, because you could, don't believe me, just watch. Just sit back and take a seat, chill, enjoy yourself. You know, put your feet up if you want, but watch, because I'm going to be busy here for a while. I'm going to make some things happen. I heard I'm going to make some things happen. Yeah. It's funny because it's like, as you invest in this, okay, you go all in on it, you put your five, I got 5 on it, then spirit matches the other 5, and now you got 10. That's a whole thing, yeah. And we had the 10 of Pentacles come out here. We had the 10 of Pentacles come out here. What you're doing is not just for you, it is for you. But ultimately, it's going to touch other lives that are important to you too, as well. Other lives that matter to you will be touched by what you're doing now. You're making huge progress. What enslaved you in the past does not enslave you no more. If it was a situation with the person, that person is stuck in the same boat they wanted to have you stuck in. If somebody felt like they were cursing, you know, you just reverse that shit. You know that curse went right back to them and multiplied and hit them with the intensity times 10, okay? Times 10. Yeah, because, 10 plus 2, we have these two here. Both of our Pentacle number cards out here equaling 12. That's the ancestors is on your side. I had recently done a short video that talked about the ancestors are giving you more juice because you bring more juice. Absolutely. It's like anything that was working against you, even if it was in your own thoughts and your own belief process, that is, you did something important that shifted that energy. It changed the balance of it. And now you're having another experience, okay? Anywhere what was related to a person, a job, a place, an idea, a repetitive habit, that's changing. Somebody overcame some serious drug addiction, alcohol addiction, sex addiction. Somebody here, your life is being shitstormed because you was an addict to sex. You finally got a grip on yourself. Yeah, I heard, it's better to have a grip on myself. Okay, let me see. What else can you show me? Stop it. You have the mature man and the 7 of Cups. I heard you got people thinking. You got people thinking, wow, They sure grew up. You got people thinking, wow, they looking good. They coming together. Wow, look at what they did. You got people thinking about you like you've changed. Like, wow, anything must be possible. Anything must be possible in this. And it was nerve-wracking, I'm hearing, at some points in making these changes, because like I said, you had a way of being, you had a pattern, you had a habit, you had a lifestyle. And what I'm talking about is something that has changed all that. And you've upgraded. You literally have leveled up. Let me see what else you're going to show me here. Wow. The great fortune and the Knight of Swords. Yes. Yes. Great fortune and the Knight coming in quickly. Great fortune coming in swiftly. Yeah. Great fortune. It's like you feel the wind blow. And you don't worry about a storm. And matter of fact, you feel the wind blow outside and you say, oh, look at the winds of change blowing in my best interest, blowing in my favor. Okay, the winds of change are blowing. Anywhere where the health was bad, because you started putting the spiritual techniques in harmony with all the physical stuff, the medical stuff and stuff like that, and the surgeries and all the medicines and all that stuff, the rehabilitations, whatever it was, because you started putting all that together. You're seeing your vast improvement in your health so fast. It's amazing how fast it's happening, right? And then now all of a sudden the prognosis is opposed to, oh, you might have 2 years left to live. Now the prognosis, oh, baby, you're going to live a long life. You're going to get up in age, okay? You'll be long in the tooth before it's time for you to go. Anywhere where this is in regards to a relationship, like you have had some real doozy relationships. They gave me the word doozy. You've had some real doozy relationships, but you know what? You so excited because just 3 months ago your divorce was final. You're like, finally, I just got to be free. Yeah, anywhere where you were feeling like you was incarcerated, you're now feeling free. If that was in a relationship, then you have somebody here who would love to get out of the jail of being locked out of your environment. We're not doing all that. They know that you're good luck. They know that you're a blessing. They know you're an ideal person to have in the life. They know they messed up. They know that they looked a gift horse in the mouth, as they say in the world. They know that they did not take care of their blessing. Okay, so, now they ain't got a little bit of time under their belt, a little bit of time missing you, okay? Because ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Boom, boom, boom. That's the vibe that they been in right now that you gone. They know. So, baby, come back. Don't you know I need you, girl? There is something, and I just can't live without you. And it's like, no. And one of the things is things are picking up in your life. So your career is going better. Your business is running better. Your personal pursuits and projects are going better. It's such a health improvement. Some of y'all, oh, baby, you looking so good. You never looked that good that whole time you were with that person. You got that person like, what? That's who I was with? What happened? They didn't look like that. Maybe they'll let me slide in again. No, we're not doing all that. We don't do that around here. We're not like dogs returning to our vomit. I heard the only thing we're going to deal with is our own mess, okay? Our own mess. And you did that. As a result, you overcome all kinds of challenges and compliments, okay? You overcome all kinds of challenges and compliments was the way it came out. What I meant to say was you overcome all kinds of challenges and obstacles, but they said you overcome all kinds of challenges and compliments. So this is letting me know that you've had a lot of experiences where folks like to give you all their pretty words. They love to compliment. They go compliment you, right? Meanwhile, they got an agenda. Meanwhile, they're out for something that's yours. Meanwhile, they ain't got no good ideas in mind for you, but they want to butter you up. They want to get you on their side. They want to get you to accept them, so they're going to come in with all these sweet words. Watch out for the slick tongue, baby, okay? Someone got oil on their tongue like a snake, and they be sugarcoating everything. Be careful for those, and I feel like you already are aware of it. But at the same time, so while that's happening, you got all the fake fucks trying to pretend like they're faithful and loyal, On the other hand, you have actual genuine connections showing up with awesome people. Whether or not that turns into something, it's totally possible. It could. And a matter of fact, anywhere where it does turn into some long-term relationship, I feel like there's going to be almost instant recognition. I feel like, well, hold on a second. Everything looks good, right? But let me just make sure that the background check come back clean, type of a thing. Okay, so is this about a job? But anywhere where that applies, it's like, once the background check, in other words, in relationship where your angels, ancestors, and gods, your higher self, your future self, the love source, God, the creator of all that ever is, will, could be, or will be. Okay, the sky, daddy, sky, mommy, energy comes back to say, oh yeah, they cool. Go ahead and get to know them a little bit better. Or whether it was literally a actual background check. Once that comes back clean, and it is coming back clean in a case where you're just like, man, this is awesome. I really would love it if you pass a background check. How great would that be if my ancestors co-sign on you? But here, somebody is getting co-signed by the ancestors. I'm just saying. So with all that in mind, it's gonna, boom, take off fast. Okay, like that car when we first got this live in here. It's gonna take off real fast because it's got all the support. And again, we talked about, I don't know if it was this live, and there it goes. There go another one. Zoom, zoom, baby. It's gonna zoom, zoom. You heard the car with no sound. All of a sudden, boom, we gone. Okay. And that's what happened, because there is mind, heart, word, and spiritual alignment. Everything's going in the same direction. You're no longer looking back to the past about something that you don't even want in your life anymore, right? You are looking towards your goal. You know, thank you. They said, you know, I've heard this somewhere, and they probably said it better, but your front windshield on your car, it's huge, and the rear view mirror is just little. For reference only, that's it. Okay, and so in life, it's like, keep focused on what's in front of you. You can look at what's on the sides, but stay focused more on what's in front of you. You know, every once in a while, you might take a glimpse at the rear view mirror, but stay focused on the road ahead of you. Pay attention to what's on your sides, what's riding along with you. Pay your attention to these places, and it's like, and as you keep doing that with your thoughts and your words and your feelings, and your soul already does it naturally. As a matter of fact, when you feel like crap, that's because your soul is going in a direction and driving in a direction you ain't looking in. You busy steady here looking in the rear view mirror, or instead of glimpsing at the side, you staring at the side. You crash if you're staring at the side. I have seen it. I have seen it. Somebody crashing because they're too busy looking at what's on the side window. Honey, main focus is through the front windshield. Pay attention to where you're headed. Keep your mind, your thoughts, and your words all going gas in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? Instead of split over here and split over there and over here. And that's what it was a lot in the past, was a lot of split energy, because you're busy looking at who is in the side windows. You're busy looking at who is in your rear view mirror, instead of looking at what's coming in front of me. Where am I at now? What is on the road with me now? And then you crashed. I mean, how simple would it be? How much would that help us if we would all begin to really look at our life more as it will be relatable to driving? Maybe we'll pay more damn attention than what we have been, right? Because I see somebody, they kept themselves stuck in a lot of unhealthy situations for a long time, trying to look at the side view mirror. Well, you know what they're going to do without me? Or, you know, it's because they need this. It's because this happened to them. I see somebody who had made a lot of excuses for people in the past about why it was okay for them to behave in abusive, unhealthy, toxic ways, you know, and now it's like, not doing that no more. I need to put most attention on what's actually happening, where I'm actually headed, right? Before I crash again. You learn. Sometimes you got to crash and burn, okay? But in this situation, like anywhere where you were stagnant, you wasn't moving your car, you wasn't giving it no gas because all your energy was going over here. So maybe you did it safely. Maybe before you stopped and stared out the windows, you actually put that bitch in park. Maybe you only did it at a red light. I don't know, but the light is green now. You got a green light, means go. You got the Chariot as the center of this experience, saying it's time for you to go, go, go. Dale más gasolina. Yeah. Me encanta la gasolina. Okay, give it more gas, baby. It's time to give it more gas. So anywhere where your thoughts were caught up in some stuff from the past, because you had addressed it recently, because you finally confronted it, your consciousness, your mind is not stuck on it. Anywhere where you recently had a lot of tears come out, emotions connected to it, be thankful because it got it out. Now that you're done with that, it's like removing debris from the road. It's like they just showed me in Denver where I used to live when I was coming up. When it was snow, let it be bad enough they had to send the snow plows out there before anybody could drive really on the roads, because yeah, that was not a good idea, right? You got to clear the junk out of the road. They're showing me, you know, if some debris falls in the road, it needs to get cleaned up, or somebody gonna mess up their car. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the situation here. Things are getting better. I also see another progression here with the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. You've been expecting good things to come in, baby. You can feel it. And Spirit's like, absolutely, yes, you're on the path. You're already on the path. It's like, yeah, they're showing me a long hallway. Just keep walking. Just because you're not at the end of the long hallway. Once you get through that door, and I'm hearing, just be glad that you're on the path. That's okay. You're on the path. The hallway is real. The door is real. Like, you're there. You're there. People are noticing, like, Spirit is saying, dang, their whole perspective has changed. Their whole spirit has changed. Like, they really understand unconditional love now. They're bringing up another point with that. They're saying, yeah, the whole understanding unconditional love is very necessary, because you got to understand, honey, the only time I ever fell in love with myself and got to, hold on, pause, say it again, rewind, do that over again, redo. The only time I ever fell in love and got to stay in love always and forever was when I fell in love with myself. Because you can still love them, but it doesn't mean you're going to get to stay. Just stay? Yeah, can't always stay. And they won't always stay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is a side piece. You never know how long they're going to stay, regardless of how much they love you. So, yeah, you have to go ahead and be willing to love them strong and true while you got them to love, and then move on, too, okay? Because that's, for somebody here, you were loving somebody that could not love you back for a very long time. You had loved somebody or somebodies that could not love you back, right? And now you've seen the light. You received a message from your soul team, your future self, your higher self. Maybe a conversation with a friend. Maybe you were watching a movie or listening to a song, but something in there told you. What? Someone told me. Okay, yeah, don't cry, baby. Yeah. Does it rather go blind than to let you walk away? Yeah, you got to go blind before you let somebody walk away. Baby, if they want to go, let them go. And so, you know, you have to realize with transparency, if somebody say, hey, you know, I don't really want to be in a relationship right now. Okay, so you accept that. But again, I digress, and I go back to the right connections have space to happen. So all that about the past come up because this is what developed into who you've become today. The way you respond, the way you process, the way you digest, okay? And the way you accept and allow. And so you have a beautiful alignment. And baby, what you have coming, yeah, it's coming fast. You're already on the path. You could feel the winds of change blowing. And it looks like sudden wealth and great fortune. So anywhere where business has felt like, oh man, what's going on? You know, it's felt slow. It's felt like something was going on. Yeah, well, guess what? Something was released. Something is open, okay? The path has been cleared. You got a green light. Yeah. You got a green light, not a red light. And this is not playing red light, green light. We ain't doing that no more. You did enough of that red light, green light game. Now you're on green light. Yeah. Yeah, and killing this idea, killing this relationship, killing this opportunity just don't seem right. Okay, yeah? Because pistol in the pot, it don't seem right. Yeah, because it's about to be a fucking green light. The green light means go. Give it all the gas, go full steam ahead. And this is about places or an experience that I'm hearing you wanted it, but did you know that it was possible? Not really, because you didn't have the experience yet, but you hoped and you believed enough and you aligned with it. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. That's the winner. You aligned with it, with your thoughts, with your words, with what you gave your F's about, with your soul, which was already there. Beautiful. Give me some guidance. What else? The official person and the King of Cups, honey. Remember that you are official, and when your official person shows up, yeah, this is a moment for delight. This is a cause for celebration. You're a master builder in this number 22. Master builder energy. Build upon that, right? The official person showing up, okay? And remember that as your official position, opportunity, person, experience shows up, there's going to be that part of your brain that says, but this has never happened before. I don't know if I should trust this. Well, remember, it's going to cause you to get uncomfortable. Because it came out over here. Get out of your comfort zone. Step out of your comfort zone. It's going to cause you to get uncomfortable to accomplish the goals, the dream, the wish. This is North Node energy. This is something you can't even say you did this in a past life. This is your first time doing this. If you believe in reincarnation, this is the first life you're doing this in. So go on and get it. You know what I'm saying? Allow yourself to have a new experience. Okay? Allow yourself to have what you truly wished and desired for. Like, you had to align with this. And alignment can happen like that. But because we so fucking human. Whew, we so human. Sometimes it takes us a few, 4, 5, 10, 11, 1,500 times to get it right. But hey, you know, you just keep going until you get it. And then you got it. Then it's done. So, with all that being said and done, I'm being guided to offer you all a free, right now, for all of you, at one time, a free yes or no answer. They said, but before I do that, to go ahead and see what was at the bottom of these days. We had change. I don't know how many times we talked about change in this, but clearly we're talking about changes, okay? Okay. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Yes, you know the change will come. Let me see what else we had down here. The moon. That means the moon came out twice in your reading. The moon. Time for some change. Some things that were not seen clearly. Some confusion that was there. Some ties to the past. Some emotional restrictions have all been developed into a level of freedom. Somebody did not know that they were a slave to an idea. Somebody did not realize that they were a slave to a relationship. Somebody did not realize that they were a slave to the past. Whatever it was, you did not realize that you were enslaved to. Oh, you freed yourself in this. Oh, yeah, you opened up the energy. You addressed it. You confronted it. You got uncomfortable. You're probably still uncomfortable as you're setting feet on all new territory, new experiences, unheard of, unknown, never had before type of vibes, okay? So, a free yes or no answer for all of you. Now is the time. Like this video, share it, hype it, comment, whatever. If you want to put your question, your yes or no question in the comments, you can do that, or at least hold it on your heart and on your mind. And Spirit's going to give you all an answer at one time, because not only is it a yes or no answer going to apply for everybody, but each and every one of you, your soul, your highest self, your future self, your angels, ancestors, whatever you call the divine energies in your life, okay, is your highest power, okay, is already help you to formulate your yes or no question. By the time you heard me say this, it was already formulated in the right direction to get the accurate answer for you. Now, should you be one who would like me to dedicate an entire video to you, you can look at options below the video in the description box and on the website. Reach out. I could definitely get you on my schedule very soon here. So let's see. What is it? Yes or no? What's the answer for the ones watching? You ready? Here we go. Yes! The final 13th card. I'm only going to draw up to 13. Wow, what a confirmation. Okay, so the final answer is yes. Our 13th card is the Ace of Pentacles. And that's a confirmation because they're saying, yeah, I told you this was applying to your physical reality, to your physical, real life reality. Yes, it started with the headspace and the emotions and all of that stuff, but the change is real. It's something you can taste, touch, and feel. It's something you can hold. It's like that, okay? Now, we had a second confirmation come through because what was it in the center? The first card in the situation was the Chariot. The bottom of the deck was the Chariot. So absolutely yes is the answer, even if your question had nothing to do with the general reading we just did for the whole collective here for the love and peace and happiness. Try it. That's fine. Your answer is yes. This is what I have for you. Please continue to come back. Your presence is so appreciated. Thank you for being the energy that you be where you are in the world, holding these vibes, babe. Love it, love it. And I'll be back. I always come back, so you come back too, all right? Until next time, sending you so much love and peace and happiness. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks.